This is a short film that moved countless netizens. After a car accident, the man slowly regained consciousness, but he heard a terrifying howl beside him. It turned out that his wife next to him had turned into a zombie. The man was scared out of his wits. Coming to his senses, he immediately fled from the car. Seeing his wife turned into a zombie, the man was in great pain. Soon, he remembered that his child was still in the car, so he rushed back into the car and, after a struggle, successfully rescued the child. Unfortunately, the man's arm was bitten by his wife. He immediately realized that he didn't have much time left. So, what should he do with the child? But time was pressing, and there was no time to grieve. He quickly marked possible populated locations on the map, and then carried the child on his back, constantly hurrying along the way. On the way, he found rotten flesh several times, but endured and didn't eat it, instead putting it into a bag. When passing through a yard, the child kept crying. So, he ran into the yard and found some toys to make the child happy. But time was tight, and the man continued on his way. Not long after, the man had a virus outbreak. The severe pain made him fall to the ground, struggling in agony. But for the sake of the child, he forced himself to continue. To avoid harming the child, he hung the previous rotten flesh on his front. This way, the smell of the rotten flesh would constantly attract the man. Even so, the man was still not at ease. He also tied his hands tightly so that even if he lost consciousness, he wouldn't harm the child. In this way, the man forced himself to walk for who knows how long. They came to a grassy area. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out, and the man fell to the ground. It turned out that surviving humans had discovered a zombie invasion. A few people saw that the zombie was indeed dead and were about to leave, but the woman seemed to have discovered something. Looking at the stick on the man's body and his tied hands, the woman was a bit puzzled. At this point, her companions urged the woman to return quickly. The woman got up and was about to leave. Suddenly, she heard a baby crying behind her. She immediately ran back to check the backpack behind the man. Only then did she find the baby inside, with the child's name written on its belly.